What is up, guys? Welcome back to Take a Sip. So, I don't know if you guys have heard about the whole David Dobrik vlog. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Vlog squad situation. And if you haven't, I honestly recommend just doing like a Google search or going on Twitter and, searching it up because there is it's a lot of stuff kind of thrown at you. And if you don't know who David Dobrik is the guy that gives away Teslas and $100,000 checks a lot. So that should pretty much ring a bell. But essentially, um, a lot of allegations of like rape and sexual assault and everything of that sort had come out about him and other members of the Vlog Squad. And the Vlog Squad essentially is his group of friends who he makes content with for YouTube and, other social media platforms. So I saw a TikTok video like weeks ago about how David Dobrik needs to be held accountable for his actions and whatnot, and it was not getting any traction. I remember like it didn't have many views, it didn't have many likes, and I was just like, what did he do? I didn't really realize the extent of to what he did. But again, doing a quick Google search, you will find everything you need to know. But I kind of stopped following the whole situation because it was like really bugging me because essentially like the first person who came out was this guy named Seth, and Seth was a part of the Vlog Squad for a brief moment. I used to religiously watch David Dobrik's vlogs, so I've seen a lot of people come and go, but I stopped watching his vlogs like I want to say like sophomore year of high school because it didn't sit right with me anymore. So after that point, I literally just stopped. But Seth was in the Vlog Squad for a moment, and he was kind of there for what I saw as like comedic relief. So, he was like, they would make a lot of race jokes about him because he was the black person in the friend group. And he came out and he said that he was sexually assaulted and exploited for views on David's channel, and he wanted an apology from David because that's why he left. Because obviously one day you're watching the vlogs and you're like, why isn't Seth there anymore? Because he left because he felt like he was being exploited and he was sexually assaulted by some of the members of the Vlog Squad. So, obviously when I was watching those vlogs as a freshman or whatever age I was, like I obviously like was laughing about it. I didn't really realize the extent. I mean, honestly, should I have been watching David Dobrik's vlogs? No, because his vlogs were very, and still are very inappropriate, like very inappropriate. And I didn't even understand the jokes. I didn't understand what was going on. I was just laughing because I found some parts of it to be funny. And, looking back on it, like seeing how like Seth was so affected, like mentally by, everything that went down in the vlogs is so sad because now, like, looking back, I keep saying looking back, I need a new like name reference, but just going back to that time and I was like watching those vlogs and thinking about how, oh, this is funny. Like, it's not funny, like it's sad. And I think the problem is like, and I'll kind of get more into like what happened in a minute, but I think a big issue is that we don't really realize that like people who come off to be goofy and funny and very charitable, like he gives away Teslas all the time and just such a good guy, can't be bad people. That's the problem. They put on this reputation for themselves that they're this good guy. So when all these allegations first started coming out, a lot of people didn't believe the victims at all because they were like, no, David's a good guy, he's a good guy, but there's more to the story that you just don't know. Basically, kind of going along with the story is that one of the Vlog Squad members, his stage name is Dirty Dom, and so basically what happened was a female came forward and said that she was just like full on raped by Dirty Dom, like 100%. Like her friends were there, like she was just like raped by Dirty Dom. And obviously like they don't show that in the vlog, but they showed the girls coming over, they showed Dirty Dom in the vlog, and I think you can kind of just like picture what happens next. But the thing is like that video was posted. Like that video was posted, and the girl had to contact David and tell David to take the video down, which I'm almost sure he has done. But the thing is maybe David was not the direct person who did all these like really bad acts, but he was filming. He was putting his videos out, getting monetized, getting hundreds of thousands of dollars profit off of these girls' trauma. That's the problem. The problem isn't, well, David wasn't the one who did it. Okay, but he filmed it. He arranged the bit. Or if he didn't arrange it, he was still a big part of the bit. He scheduled it, he met up, he filmed, he edited, he watched it over, and yet he still decided to post it. And on top of that, Dirty Dumb never had spoken out about it. The only time he came forward with the statement and whatnot was when these girls had come forward and said, hey, like something happened, like, when they all came forward in the light, in the public eye. And like, that's the issue, is that it took them how long to really look back on their actions and think, hey, maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Like, I just feel like, a lot of the times, like, these TikTokers or these YouTubers can get away with such atrocious acts because no matter what they do, they will always have a big following behind them. Let's take the Lopez brothers for an example. Tony Lopez and Andreas Lopez are both pedophiles, point blank and period. They have both been talking to underage girls, asked underage girls for nudes. I think Andreas literally hooked up with an underage girl. Like, they're literally pedophiles. They're predators. But yet, you go to their comment sections and people are like, guys, I mean, we should forgive them. Everybody makes mistakes. Being a pedophile is not a mistake, okay? Like, that is a choice that you actively choose to make every single day of your life. You know it's wrong, and yet you still decide to do it. But they have they have millions of followers. So therefore, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of those followers, no matter what they do, will always stand behind them. They could go and murder somebody, and they'll probably still have followers there saying, hey guys, we should forgive them. Like, what they did wasn't that bad. Like, everybody makes mistakes. Like, that's the problem. That's the issue. And like, I think that's not even considered cancel culture, because holding someone accountable and cancel culture are two different things. There definitely is a fine line between them, but like the whole David Dobrik situation, I think that's holding him accountable. Andreas and Tony Lopez, that is holding him accountable. And if you haven't heard the James Charles situation, similar thing happened. Essentially, he has been messaging underage fans for nudes and other different gross stuff, and he got caught. And of course, he still has fans who are like, it's fine. Like, we forgive you. Like, that's the problem. Like, you build this reputation for yourself. Like, oh, I'm a good guy. I'm such a good person. And then all of a sudden, when an allegation comes out against you, people will be the first to never believe the victim just because they think their favorite creator is a good person. Like, there's nowhere in like the creator rule book that says that, like, just because you know them on camera doesn't mean you know them off camera. And like, these creators can be way different people off camera than they are on camera. Like, you don't really know the true them unless you live with them, you're their family. Like, you don't know who they really are. But the good news is that with David Dobrik, he is being held accountable. I know he was dropped from a bunch of his sponsorships. Like, a lot of them. I think there was like a TikTok video like saying all of like the sponsorships that he was dropped from, but like, he obviously had a lot. That's why he was able to give away Teslas like that. Let's see, I'm trying to like look it up on my phone. Okay, so it said he lost sponsorships with SeatGeek, HelloFresh, Dollar Shave Club, EA Sports, DoorDash, General Mills, HBO Max, Facebook, and Audible. And I guess, according to Twitter, as soon as all of those companies came forward and said that they were dropping him, that's when he decided to come out with like a formal apology video, which obviously is not a coincidence. The timing is not a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, and also, if you watched my last T-Talk video, I don't even remember when it was, but I talked about Trisha Paytas, and I need to address something with her first. So Trisha Paytas was briefly also a part of, not like actually a part of the Vlog Squad, but one of the members of Vlog Squad, Jason Nash, he's like 40-something year old. He dated Trisha Paytas for a little bit of time, so she was in the vlogs a lot. And essentially what David did is David kind of painted her out to be this like crazy person, this crazy woman who was just like all over the place. That's literally how he painted her to be in his vlogs. And Trisha came out and said like, that's not like who I am, blah, blah, blah. So like after Jason and Trisha broke up, Trisha came out with a lot of videos on her own channel basically saying like, David Dobrik is a bad person, Jason Nash is a bad person, they are bad people, they do bad things in their vlogs, like you guys, like listen up. But me included, nobody believed her because of the reputation that David Dobrik had literally built for poor Trisha. After that, a lot of people did not believe her, didn't even take into account anything she had to say, literally because, oh, well, she's crazy. Like, look at the way she acted in the vlogs, that type of thing. Like, that's what we were all thinking. So, you know, she came out like 2 or 3 years ago with these videos. Like, they're out there, and she has been saying the same information that she's still saying to this day about David and the Vlog Squad, but just that no people are finally listening because other people have come forward with all these different allegations of David Dobrik. And I just think it's insane to me how David has such a big following and honestly very, very loyal fans to the point where he could paint anybody he wants to ever to be any type of person he wants. I mean, I also listened to his podcast called Views, and he was always talking about how he wanted different types of people in the vlogs. He was like, yeah, I want a gay person in the vlog. I want like an Asian person in the vlog. I want another black person in the vlog, that type of thing. Like he literally will pick and choose what race, what type of sexuality you have to put you in the vlog, but he will like, he might not exactly tell you what to do or say, but he can edit it to make it seem like you are completely different than who you are, which is absolutely absurd to me because like he has that big of a following. I'm literally going to check how many subscribers he has on YouTube. I'm going to guess it's like 13 million subscribers. I'm not really sure, but he probably lost some. He has 18.5 million subscribers on YouTube. And that's only his first channel. He has a second channel and he has a podcast channel. So can you imagine how many subscribers he has? Like, that's insane. 18.5 million people. So you bet your buttercups that there are going to be hundreds of thousands of people always constantly backing him up no matter what, which is like really scary to me. That just because you have a favorite creator, that doesn't mean you can't hold them accountable. Like, that's called maturity and that's called growth, okay? And I went to one of his shows back in, oh my gosh, what year was it? 2017, I think. I went to one of his shows. I even have like 2 things of his merch, and I just feel so guilty wearing it. I'm not going to throw it out because, girl, I paid good money for that. I paid good money for that. But, like, it's just, like, hard, you know, having to unstand one of the creators that you literally grew up on and then you watched every day. It's hard. But, hey, part of maturity and part of growth is holding people accountable. So that, I guess that's literally what this whole episode was about. But I just think it's absolutely absurd to me that these creators can get away with stuff solely because they have a following. And it's not fair at all. It's not. But anyways, if you don't know the whole David Dobrik tea, I literally gave you like the quick and dirty version. Sam hates when I say quick and dirty, but I gave you the quick and dirty version. So I highly recommend that you go do your own research on it because there is so much more to the story that I left out. Because if I had to tell the entire story, you would be listening to this podcast for a couple of days. So I highly recommend you go educate yourself on that, the James Charles situation, and if you don't already know the Andreas and Tony Lopez tea, back in I think January or February, I did a Tea Talk episode with Lauren. You can go check it out. And we talked a lot about that whole situation. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Take a sip. Hopefully we won't have to address any more pedophiles on this channel because, girl, I don't like giving them time on my podcast. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.